Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Emily and I post videos on lifestyle and homemaking and DIYs and minimalism and pretty much anything to do with keeping your home is what you'll find on my channel. So I'm glad you're here. If you have not been here before, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you can be a part of my YouTube family and be notified when I post future videos. Today's video, we are going to be doing home decor on a budget and how to make your home look cozy and lovely for not a lot of money, because if we're honest, not a lot of people have a lot of budget to work with when it comes to decorating our homes, but everybody wants their home to look lovely and peaceful and cozy, and that's what I want to get into in this video. So I've got several tips and I'm going to be inserting clips as well to show you to illustrate my tips that I have for you, but we're gonna go over all of my tips on how to decorate on a budget. It's taken me a long time to get my house kind of the way I want it, and it's still not perfect. I've still got rooms in my house that need work, but for the most part, when I come home, I feel very relaxed and comfortable with the way everything looks. So without me rambling anymore, let's just get on into the tips that I have for you. And if you hear a noise during this video, my dog is sitting right beside me chewing on a toy, and she's very, very loud, but she has to be right beside me all the time for some reason, so just ignore that. So the first tip that I have for you is plants. Plants are one thing that will make any house look put together, and I know that sounds really weird, but I didn't start getting into plants until I had my own house. I never really bought plants before that, like for my room or anything, but plants definitely give your house like a homey, cozy vibe as long as you take care of them, because I have killed quite a few plants in my time having my own house. But if you take care of them, they will be beautiful and make your house so much cozier, and plants are really good for the air in your home as well. Plants can be kind of pricey depending on what you get, but a lot of mine have come from either Walmart or they have been given to me by other people that didn't want the plants anymore. So there's a tip for you as well. If you know somebody who has a huge house plant, they can give you cuttings off of their house plant so that you can transplant them in your own home, which is a really good tip to get plants fairly cheaply. But plants definitely add a lot to the coziness of a home. My second tip is to repurpose items. So I actually have a plant stand in my home that I have a vintage globe sitting on right now, and this plant stand I actually got off the side of the road. One of my neighbors had thrown it out and they were going to get rid of it, and I took it, which I felt a little bit weird about, but they were getting ready to throw it away, so they didn't care. I took it and I spray painted it, and first I used it for plants, but then I thought it would be really cool to sit my vintage globe because I have never had a place for that. So I put that on there and I have it in the living room, and I think it just looks so pretty. And even though the plant stand is not in the greatest condition, a little bit of spray paint, you can't really even tell unless you get under the plant stand that there's a little bit of damage to it. So there's a tip for you. If you see stuff on the side of the road that people are throwing out that look like they could be repurposed, pick those items up, because nobody cares if you pick them up. That's why they're on the side of the road, and with a little bit of paint and a little bit of love, they can turn into something really pretty. Leads me to my third point, which is paint. Paint is the easiest way to change the look of something in your home, or to even change the look of a room in your home. My living room area and my hallway area used to all be like a beige color, and it was really dark, and I didn't really care for the color very much. So what I did was I had my family help me, and we painted the whole living room hallway area in one day, and we painted it white, and it just brightened it up. It makes it so much easier to match home decor. and I love it. I love the white. One day my whole house will be white. Right now it's just the living room area and the kitchen and the bathroom are white. But one day all the bedrooms will be white because white is just the easiest color to work with. But whatever color you're working with, you can paint the room whatever color, and it's fairly inexpensive to do, and it will completely change the look of a room. I have a hutch that someone gave me that was like a orange wood color, and I painted it white. It's in my kitchen now because my kitchen was white, so I wanted my hutch to look like it belonged there. So I painted it white. It's not a perfect paint job, but it looks a little bit distressed, which I think is really farmhouse-like. So I really love the way it looks, and I changed it completely with just a little bit of paint. So that's a very inexpensive way to add character to your home. Another tip for you is to collect jars. Jars can really add a lot to the perspective of a room. If you have something that you have to store, for instance, in my bathroom, I have old candle jars that I cleaned out and repurposed for things like Q-tips and bath salts and things of that nature. I used old candle jars and put those items in those jars and put them on the shelf for display, and it looks so much better than if I just had a little plastic container up on the shelf. And I also use a jar for our toothbrushes, and then I recently purchased some amber glass jars to use for soap dispensers and cleaning spray bottles, and they just add so much, make it look so much nicer and not as cheap as plastic, and it's also good for the environment. So that's a good tip to keep in mind. Another thing that I like to use in my home to store things is baskets. And baskets you can find so cheap at Goodwill, at thrift stores, at yard sales. You can find all kinds of baskets, and if you don't like the color of the basket, you can just spray paint it. They're really easy to spray paint. They don't take a long time to dry, and you can use them pretty much immediately. And you can store all kinds of things. I use baskets for trash cans in some of my rooms. I use baskets to store dog toys. I use baskets to store blankets. I love baskets, and they add a lot to the look of a room and give it like a cozy bohemian vibe or a vintage vibe. However you're going for, baskets are a great idea. That leads me to my next tip, which is Lucy. Gosh, she's about to knock the camera over. That leads me to my next tip, which is thrifting. And if you know me, or if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love thrifting. I consider myself to be a thrifting queen because I have found so many great items thrifting. And a lot of people don't want to go look through all the junk just to find the treasures, but I love thrifting, and honestly, if I could get away with it, I think I would buy all my clothes thrifting and all my home decor thrifting, because it's just such a good thing. Like, it's good for the environment. You're buying used, you're buying from small businesses most of the time, and it's so inexpensive, and you can find some really great items. And I tend to be more on like the vintage side with my home decor, very minimal and very vintage. So I love all the little treasures that I find when I'm thrifting, and I have found lots of cool things. Even furniture. Like, people spend all this money on furniture. It blows my mind that people finance furniture for their home. So you can find so many nice furniture items at thrift stores or at Goodwill for so much less than you would pay retail, and then they're perfectly decent pieces of furniture. So definitely thrift. I would advise you to check thrift stores if you have a certain piece of decor or furniture or clothing or anything that you are looking for. I would advise you to try to shop secondhand for it first and see if you can find it on a better deal, because a lot of times you can find something better thrifting than you would pay retail, and it's just the same thing that you're looking for. So I would advise you to thrift first. My next to last tip is to rearrange your home. And that sounds like such a simple thing, and a little bit, you know, if you don't have a husband to help you, if he's at work or something and you have to move furniture, you may want to wait till you have help to do that. But rearranging a room is one of the simplest ways to change the look, and it costs nothing. It costs nothing to rearrange furniture. And I do this pretty much constantly, move my furniture around until, like, I'll keep it a one way for a while and then I don't like it anymore, so I'll move it around again. And that is one of the easiest ways to change the look of your room. And another thing that I do a lot is I will put home decor pieces up and put something else out, and then when I get tired of it, I swap them out, and then it's like I had new home decor because I'd forgotten about that I even had that piece. And when I put it out and put the other one up, then I'll swap them back out after a while. So that's a way to rearrange and change your home without even spending any money at all. My final tip for how to make your home look cozy and beautiful on a budget is candles. And let's be honest, not everybody can buy Bath & Body Works candles when they're not on sale, because they're like $25 a candle, which is insane. But if you catch them on a good deal, Bath & Body Works candles are amazing. But not just Bath & Body Works, like Walmart has amazing candles, TJ Maxx has amazing candles, and they're a lot less expensive than Bath & Body Works. And even Dollar Tree, if you're really on a shoestring budget, Dollar Tree has some nice candles now too. They have little candles in a jar. I wish I should have brought my one out that I have. They have candles that are in a little jar, and they will add a little bit of cozy light to your home as well, and they put off a little bit of smell. The smell for Dollar Tree is not as good, but they definitely do add that cozy candlelight vibe. And also, I have fallen in love with candlesticks. I have a couple of like sterling silver or crystal candlesticks that people have either given me or I've bought thrifted, and I buy the long candlesticks to stick in them, and they give the most romantic vibe. I think it's just so beautiful. I mean, we're used to using those when the power goes off, but if you put those in your home, they look so good. So that was all of my tips for changing up your house and decorating your house on a budget. I hope some of these helped you guys. Like I said, all of these tips are stuff that I use in my own home, and I am in a place where I'm just so happy with the way my house looks for the most part, and I'm really enjoying like moving things around and changing things out. And I plan to change up my kitchen this year, which I'm really excited about. I'm gonna change the way the cabinets look and change the hardware and do some painting in there, and it's going to look a lot different, but I'm going to do it all on a budget. So I will definitely film that for you guys. If you like this video, and if you like videos like this on budget home decor and just basically house stuff, just give this video a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it. Like I said, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you can be a part of my YouTube family, and so that you can... My camera's out of space, but I'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a great week. Bye, guys.